Good evening, everyone. This is Speed Force Racing's Premier Division. This is round 3. We're coming from Bahrain. My name is Adam. I'm joined by Peter. How you doing, Peter?
Good evening. Yeah, I'm doing pretty well. What about you?
Yeah, I'm doing quite well today, which is a nice surprise. We've got SFR Josh Fletcher, and he was driver of the day, voted for by the drivers. So Josh, is it nice to be mentioned by your fellow drivers to be one of the best out of the race last week?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. I'm really happy with that. It's a good feeling.
Okay, last week Noak wasn't racing. Can you judge your true pace when one of your closest rivals is not there on track with you?
Yeah, because there's still quick guys who were in last week, but yeah, it's good that Noak's back this week. Hopefully I can have a good battle with him.
So what's the gameplay today? Is it just about getting maximum points, or are you actually just going to go challenge for the win?
I'm just going to go for maximum points and just see where, if I get a win, I get a win. I'm aiming for a podium, and then anything second or first, I don't mind either, to be honest. Just get the points.
I think it was positive last week with your teammate SFR Lee Nell also getting a podium. So your Constructors Challenge is on as well. Does it feel great that you've still got both championships in control? Because last season the Constructors was a bit up and down for you, especially the drivers.
It's early days, but yeah, it's been good. We just need to both carry it on. Lee's a good driver, and I'm sure he'll do well for us, and hopefully we can challenge for it again this year.
Okay, so do you expect high tire deg around the track, or is it going to be okay?
Yeah, I'm expecting a high tire deg. I'm expecting most people to go to the 2-stop. Maybe some might qualify on the softs and go for a 1. I'm not too sure, but yeah, it's high tire deg around here, definitely.
Okay, thank you, Josh, for joining us, and good luck for tonight's race.
Thank you.
Yeah, good luck.
Have a good. Cheers, boys.
Yeah. Thank you. So that is SFR Josh Fletcher. So he's current Constructors champion with Lee now, doing a great job last week in China. As we step into Bahrain, it's a track where it hardly ever rains, which is good for our league because we used to attract the rain a lot. So what can we expect today, Peter?
Well, first of all, I really expect a 2-stopper race because, as Josh mentioned, it's a pretty high tire degradation around Bahrain, and the temperature is really high. Well, it will cool off in the evening part of the race, but the temperature is really high, so it will cause high tire degradation. So I think I really expect a 2-stopper. Even if someone starts on softs, they can go for a 2-stop.
Okay, so we'll just go through the top 4 or 5 drivers that are in the Drivers' Championship at the moment. So SFR Josh Fletcher is on 43 points. Techno Thriller, current champion, is 33 points. Noak on 25 points. Humbug on 20. Lee now on 15 points. Teams, we've got 9 Inch Males on 58 points. Tomatoes on 43. Norwenglish Racing is 30, and Too Fast for You on 25 points. So it's a little bit more spread out in the drivers than it usually is. Last season it was a lot closer, so it just shows you that some drivers are actually breaking away from the field from last season's performance.
Yeah, I think I really expect a close battle this evening and throughout the whole season, because we have a whole lot of competitive guys in this league who are always trying to fight for the best possible positions in a race and in the championship. So I expect a clean and entertaining night.
Okay, let's hope we get that. So we're doing a question of the day. So Peter has got one lined up, and Peter, if you'd like to ask the question, and we'll see if anyone gets it right on the YouTube comments.
Yeah, so my question for this week is, in what year did Pastor Maldonado flip Esteban Gutierrez into turn 1?
So there you go, guys. It's what year did Pastor Maldonado
what
flip
year?
Esteban Gutierrez? And it is at Bahrain, so it's related to Bahrain. So get thinking. Type your answer in the comments on YouTube, and then let's see if you get it right. Peter will let us know mid-race. I'm going to ask Peter a question. So, how many floodlights are needed to allow the drivers to race at night?
Oh, that's a good question. I think it's around 6,000.
6,000. It is 4,500. You're close.
Okay. Yeah. I think I can accept. I can live with that.
Okay, so SFR Josh Fletcher has got the answer right. He guessed 2014. Well done. Good job.
Yeah.
That's a first positive of the night for Josh. So we will be getting going any minute soon. Let's just have a quick check on if we are missing any drivers.
Yeah, we are only missing Techno. Now he's in. Okay. He just joined.
Let's see who else. Smelly Badger's in. Yes. Are all the drivers in?
Yeah, I think yes.
Okay, we will go in 1 minute. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is our Premier Division. It's our second season. Last season that will be on this current game, and it's round 3 from Bahrain. We do short qualifying and a 50% race, and it should be an interesting race, hopefully. So we will go to spectate, and we will get this session underway and get round 3 kicking, and let's see if the drivers can do the best job they can and try and maximise points. So it's going to be quite an interesting little race. Who are you going for pole position, Peter?
Yeah, that would be my question to you. Yeah, well, I think Techno will put his car on pole position. What's your call?
I'm going to go with SFR Josh Fletcher, just because I think he's riding a wave of excellent driving. He's going to have so much confidence, so I expect him to put a steady performance and get a pole position.
Well, everyone has the chance, so yeah, I'm looking forward to this race. Yeah,
this will be quite exciting, especially we've got Noak back. He missed last week's race due to other commitments. It allowed Josh to get a little bit of a lead over him, and it's also Thriller. Our current champ has a lead of 8 points over Noak on 25 points. So a lot to do for Noak. He's got to try and get himself back in the mix. He's got to try and have a solid race, and a driver like that, I expect him to do it.
Definitely, yeah, definitely. I agree with you.
So 2004 is when F1 covered this track. Can you remember what year it switched to a night race, Peter?
It was 2014, I believe. That was the first race.
That is correct. Do you reckon did it improve the spectacle?
Well, it's in the afternoon here in Hungary, so maybe a little bit, but I really like the dry races around Bahrain, so I wouldn't mind if it would stay like a midday race. What about you?
I prefer the night race. I think if you have a night race anywhere in the world, it's spectacular, especially with all the sparks coming off. It makes it just pleasing to the eyes. But yeah, I think the night race is better around Bahrain. I enjoy it more than when I used to race in the day.
Yeah, and just looking round the grid, a lot of drivers are opting for soft tires and even the mediums.
Yeah, that's an interesting call by Lee Nell on the medium tyres. Do you reckon that's just for a feeler lap, just to see what the track's like?
Yeah, it could be, but you don't really have too much time. Like, you have 12 minutes and that's it. So a banker as we talked about it last week, banker, and then an all-out attack lap. But if you go on the mediums, then I think he will do the one run and that's it.
Is it so? The best solution to qualifying is just to do the 2 runs because you don't want to waste any extra tyres, or is it okay
in my
if you
opinion,
do the 3rd
yes.
run? So just the 2 runs.
Yeah, I really don't think you have enough time to do 3 runs. Maybe if you do 2 rounds on one tire and then come into the pits and do another one on a fresh set.
So quite a few drivers are out on their out laps, a mixture between softs and super soft tyres.
Techno is... We lost Techno.
Yeah, Techno has retired from the session. I don't know if due to a quali ban or not, which will be quite interesting.
No, he left the session.
Okay, that's unfortunate there for Techno. So hopefully he can rejoin. Tricky for him at the moment. So what lap time do you reckon we're going to get for provisional pole?
It depends on... definitely depends on the tire type. But for pole position, 28.3. I think we're gonna get 28.3.
That's an interesting prediction. So the trickiest corner on the circuit is obviously the downhill braking into from turn 9. How would you deal with that corner?
Around this track, I really like the middle sector. So it's a it's a downhill corner, yeah. So you have to brake a little bit earlier, because well, it's a very tricky corner because you can very easily overshoot that corner. But then obviously you have to hit the apex, of course. So well, it really depends on the position where you are. You're asking about qualifying lap or in a race?
In qualifying.
Yeah, in qualifying. Well, I think...
Wow, Lord JB at 130.1. Oh, there you go. Humbug at 129.9. Sorry, Peter, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Yeah, so in my opinion, yeah, I would go for... It's a really hard corner, and it's really hard to explain, but it kind of has 2 apexes. So an early apex and a later apex. And you don't want to hit the early apex. You just want to go straight through it and hit the later one, the actual corner, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I understand, yeah. Nowak is a 128.519, so the 128s have been broken into. Peter predicted that would happen. Honey Badger is 4 tenths a second behind him. Humbug is currently provisional 3rd. Lord JB having a great session so far. Provisionally 4th. Gamey Things 5th. Gamey Things, another driver that started the season quite well. He's improved quite a lot from last season.
Definitely, Gamey Things has really stepped up for this season. He was pretty unfortunate in China last week because he had contact with someone else, and he lost some crucial points, in my opinion. He was running in P6 or P5, I don't remember correctly, but yeah, he was pretty much in a secure 6th place at least, which would give him like 8 points, which is very good, I think, for him.
Yeah, definitely. Interesting to see Lee now. He set his time on the mediums and only 2.3 seconds away from Nowak's time. Is that whereabouts the tyre differences between the mediums and the super softs?
Yeah, it's there or thereabout, I believe.
Okay, so the compounds available. We've got the super soft tyres, the stickiest tyre available for the race. Then you have the soft medium compound for today's race, and the hardest compound, which will be the medium tyres. We won't be using.
It's a pretty good lap from Josh. Yeah.
Yeah, a 128. 1:24.5 exactly. Brilliant lap. He's just under 200ths of a second quicker than Noah, so Noah will look to respond. All the cars are jumping back into the queue going on at Williams, so will frustrate one of the drivers. SFR Chopper is coming on to his in-lap.
I'm a little bit surprised by Maze, because he's only 15th. Am I right?
Yeah, he's 15th, which is quite interesting because he had a solid race last week, so it could be just the track does not favour him, or he's just made maybe a mistake that he needs to rectify in the next run.
I definitely think he made a mistake, because 4.2 seconds it's really that's a lot. And Honey Badger is only 4.5 tenths away from Novak and from Josh. Absolutely brilliant job.
Honey Badger is a driver that's quite interesting to me, as he seems to be getting some decent results and getting himself into decent positions. If he has a clean start in this race, it'll be his first clean start of the season for him. He's had 2 troubled races, but still fought hard, so it'll be interesting to see what he can do given clean air.
Yeah, we talked about him throughout the first 2 races and about what he could be able to accomplish if he had a really good clean race. So now he can show the grid that he is capable of getting consistent podiums, and Techno is back.
So our current champion is back into the session, so let's go. We've got 4 minutes 4 seconds to go. Currently provisionally pole is SFR Josh Fletcher, Noah is second, Honey Badger third, Humbug fourth, Lord JB is currently provisionally fifth, SFR Chopper sixth, Gamey Fins is 7th, Racing Podge 8th, SFR Lee now is 9th, Uzi 10th, Blood and Sand 11th, BDS Jade Rios is 12th, S Graham 13th, Smelly Badger 14th, Maze is 15th, is 16th, and Aspheric is 17th. Aspheric is on a quali ban, and I'm sure Techno could be as well, but I'm not too correct about that. So we're going to go on board Humbug. He's on his outlap on the 6 of tyres. He's got 3 minutes 24 seconds of session remaining. It is just for the one run, do you reckon, Peter?
Yeah, definitely. Because as we talked about it, the tyre degradation is pretty high, and basically you cannot do the 2 runs on 1 tyre, because your tyre degradation will go like flat out of the window, and you will be a lot slower. And Maze is starting his hot lap.
So we'll go and have a look at Maze.
I expect him getting into the 178. What do you expect?
I think a 129 maybe for him. I just think the little light brake assist that he does use is maybe going to hinder him a little bit from top times.
Maybe, yes. But there is quite a big of a gap, more than a second, between P3 and P4, which is really, really huge, in my opinion.
That is very interesting, considering all on the same compound as well. We're just with Maze, we go on board with him. He's going down the little straight with the DRS zone. Do you reckon this DRS zone helps out during the race at all?
Yeah, it can put you closer to the one you attack, but it can only help when the driver in front of you makes a mistake out of the corner number 9, and yeah, you can use that DRS zone to overtake someone if someone makes a mistake, but it's really just I think it's just not worth having the DRS zone there. And that's a 28.8, from Maze.
So a great lap time there. He's that's exactly what you thought he was going to do, getting to the 128. So we've got SFR Josh Fletcher on a lap. Noah is still on his out lap. Looks like Josh is going to start his lap now, as the computer's not telling me his out lap. So There we go, Racing Pod's retired, so the Zuzi from the session have done enough in their eyes. Josh Fletcher is starting his last time lap of the session. He currently is
as well as
pole.
Techno. Yeah. Techno
So,
is
he out
pretty
on a lap?
unfortunate. Yeah, he's out on a lap, but he's pretty unfortunate. He can only do the one lap. Unfortunately, he lost connection or something happened with him. I don't know what.
Yeah,
if he can get into the top
true.
5, I think he can manage a podium.
So yeah, that's a good shout.
First sector.
There's a very solid
really
driver.
good first sector. Really good first sector.
So it's
Let's see
quite
Novak's
close
first sector.
between Josh Fletcher, Honey Badger as well, getting a provisional pole at the moment at 1:28.405. Great lap time. So SFR, Josh Fletcher, Nowak, and to an extent Humbug and Techno.
Techno is 2/10 clear of Josh and Novak's first sector time.
So it just shows you Techno has got the pace in his locker. This must be one of the tracks that he favours because he's picking up time and he needs to make an impression because he's only doing a one-time lap because of technical issues. Josh Fletcher is coming around the final corner. Let's see what he can do. He's provisionally second at the moment.
That's better. Oh yes.
Provisional pole. We wait for Noah to come across the line.
I don't think he can get him. Maybe Techno. No, he's just fourth. Techno. Just on a one lap, which is awesome.
Yeah, Techno.
That's a good lap.
Solid lap. Let's see what Noah can do.
That's a good lap.
Crosses the line.
Yeah, awesome lap.
And there we go. It is provisional pole. Techno is. But I assume that his session is over. It is.
Yeah, it is. Only Humbug. Yeah, he finished 6th. Nice lap from him. And look at Lee, 7th on softs.
Yeah, that is a very interesting strategy decision by Lee now, and he's got some pace with them tyres as well. So that is brilliant to see.
Nowak is 2 out of 2 when he's racing.
Yeah, so he's got the best chance now to get the best start from the race. So we will choose our potential race winners. I'm going to stick with SFR Josh Fletcher. Peter, who is your prediction for the race win?
Honey Badger.
Oh, Honey Badger, that's an interesting one. So there we go. We're split on who we think is going to win the race. So stick with us, and we will find out very
Honey Badger is a really impressive driver. Now, for the 3rd race in a row, he's doing something unexpected, in my opinion, because he came here to the league and we didn't know a lot of things about him, but now he's showing that he's pretty fast. Like, to be 2.5 seconds, 2.5 tenths away from Novak's pole time, it's impressive in my opinion, pretty much. He's really close to Josh as well, and he's ahead of the former champion, Techno.
Yeah, it's a very positive start to his Speed Force Racing career. It just shows you that he can get some decent performance out of his car, and he sets his car up right. So he could be one of the drivers to look out for the rest of the season. He could be Rookie of the Season with drives like he's doing at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. Maze is 5th as well. So awesome job from these guys.
So we are awaiting the session. The clock is stuck on 0.01, so we'll see who is holding us up. It could be Techno Thriller, I think, is not allowing the session to continue. Let's see if he will retire for a second.
Yeah, in order if we have an issue, I just made a screenshot about the results.
Yeah, we could be having a technical issue, ladies and gentlemen. We did have an update recently from Codemasters to fix some issues, and apparently they don't know how to do it.
Yeah, it's getting worse.
Okay, Peter, would you put a message in that we will be doing a restart the lobby?
Yes, of course, I will.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, just bear with us. For the moment, we will... It was
Okay,
Techno.
no,
We're good.
okay,
We're good.
yeah.
There we go. So
Yes.
Techno Thriller. It was his connection just slowing us down. So we will carry on, and we do not have to do any extra work, which is very pleasing for me. So
Yeah, it's...
Noak, a 128.158. Could he go any faster than that, or not, Peter? Or is that the maximum?
Well, I think all of the drivers from the top 5 can improve still. I expected to see a 127 from one of these guys, but I'm pretty happy with the 128 one. I think it's a very competitive time.
Yeah, totally agree. So if you were racing, Peter, would you be going for a 1-stop, or would you be going for 2?
It, in my opinion, really depends on the grid, because you don't want to start from the mid back, because you can get into trouble really easily, and even if you start from like P6 or something like that on soft tires, then you're gonna have a worse start than the ones around you on super soft tires, and in that case you can lose out a lot of time. Even if you're trying to do 20 seconds quicker race by doing a 1-stop, then you can mess it all up into turn 1. So
Yeah, that's right. If you commit to a 1-stop and you get a little bit of early damage on your nose and you have to get that changed, it kind of ruins the strategy, and you could be on the slower tyre for no reason. So if they were to do a 1-stop, it's more likely they will go super softs to mediums. It's possible, but it'll be extremely tough to handle. So I think everyone will probably go for the 2-stop strategy. Will probably be best for them.
yeah, the 2-stop. I think Lee will try a 1-stop with Chopper. Those are the 2 guys who can really do the 1-stop out of the top 10. I think they're starting on soft tires, and they can do the 1-stop, and they can make it work and get further up the field.
Yeah, totally agree with you. So we've got quite an interesting little grid, especially in the midfield. Lord JB is 8th position. We all know he's got super strong race pace, but gaming things was a surprise. He's done recently, he's done really well, but 13th is not probably the best he could have done, but let's see what he can do during the race. It should be quite an interesting start to the session with every driver getting their tyres right up to temperature, which will give them the extra edge as they set off from their grid.
Well, if you start below the top 10, then you can start on any tyre you want.
Is that really, like, I know a lot of people say that, is that really a benefit if you start 11th? Because I'd rather start in the top 10 than 11th from that free choice.
Well, but look at it from another angle. If you start 10th, you are basically chained to the tire you set that lap on. But if you start 11th, you can select any tire you want. Yeah, well, if I start from like P4, P3, then okay, that's fine. But if you start from P10, I would gladly accept P11 to choose from any tire I want to.
Okay, so 4 red lights, 5 red lights. Let's go there. The lights are off. Let's see. Everyone gets a good start.
Oh,
Looks like Noah
yeah.
got a brilliant getaway there. So let's see.
Yeah, Nowak, and it's seen. Oh, someone went a bit off. So far, pretty clean.
So yeah, interesting starts. Looks like Honey Badger. He's had another bad race again. He's still going round, so he's not getting that clean race start that he desperately needs. 3rd race in a row where he's having issues. So Noak is first. He's 2/10 of a second quicker than SFR. Josh Fletcher currently Mays. Great start. He's getting actually passed by his teammates. It looks like he's having a little battle with Lord JB. Oh, it looks like he tried a bit of a dive there, but he managed to survive that. They're going
What's
very,
that?
very close between these drivers.
It was just on my screen, but
it looks like the Haas has got powers to jump over another car. That looks like it could be an issue with lag.
Did you see that?
I did see that, and it's caught on the stream. That is quite bizarre there. So, not sure what is happening between these two drivers, but we will go and check out some more battles. So, Smelly Badger is losing out to the battle with SFR Chopper. Racing Podge also in there. Racing Podge getting past Smelly Badger now. So, Smelly Badger into 11th position.
What's
and look
happening?
at that. There has serious lag in the lobby, and it is causing issues with Lord JB and Maze.
I think no one of them has suffered wing damage or anything, so it might have just happened on our screens.
Honey Badger and Smelly Badger. The Badgers are in the pits and their teammates. There will be some stacking that is going to happen.
Unlucky. Maybe they collided.
It's very possible, yes. A very hectic start for middle of the pack backwards, but the front of the pack managed to get away very cleanly. Maze is under 4/10 of a second behind SFR. Lee now in fourth, Humbug in third, Josh Fletcher is second, Noak is first. Noak already got over a second lead. So Noak is doing his best to try and drop Josh early before the DRS effect can come into effect, which is brilliant. You need to get that second away. Honey Badger's still in the pit, is just finally out of the pit, so that was a costly stop. It looked like the team had to stack him, and that is going to just destroy his race.
Yeah, I really hope that Honey Badger will have a great race. Finally, he
I think we've been robbed of another performance by him, but it's so early on in the season. We're only on round 4 next week. So hopefully he gets a better start to the race. He needs some luck. He's got some bad luck at the moment, but if he didn't have bad luck, he would have no luck. So Noah getting a 2.187 Mercedes AMG driver, doing some great track work to get 1.6 seconds ahead.
Are we doing Baku next week, like in the 2018 calendar, or we are doing just Russia?
I think it's Russia.
Yeah, it's Russia, okay.
We are seeing Uzi on board with the Renault driver. He is 1.4 seconds behind Lord JB, but he's got Jade Rios. Oh, Jade Rios has a little bit of a contact with Uzi. Interesting move there. Looked like Uzi did give enough room, but we'll see. Uzi gets 3-second time penalty. That was for corner cutting. Very strict round the track once again. Renault driver is still chasing down the Force India. He's having a little look on the inside. They're very close together. Let's see how they can keep it clean and also give us some exciting battles. They're going down into the tricky braking downhill turn. There we go. So Uzi will have the DRS, even though he has got past Jade. A lot of cars together on the little mini straight. Look at Chopper, who's having a little look on Jade. He's on the soft tyres as Jade is on the super soft. So Chopper looks like he's going for maybe the one-stop race. So that'd be quite interesting. He needs to make positions as soon as possible.
Who do you think has the best chance of taking P3 out of Lord JB, Maze, Lee, and Humbug?
I'm gonna go with Maze. I just think he's got that bit of pace to him.
Yeah, but think about it. Lee's on the soft tires, so he'll be doing possibly one less stop.
That is quite interesting. Yeah, that is quite interesting. We are on board with SFR Chopper. He's in 10th place. He's got BDS Jade Rios in front and also Racing Podge. They're all quite close together, so it's getting interesting. 2 seconds is the gap between first and second place. SFR Josh Fletcher 2 seconds behind Noak. Noak is doing exactly what he needs to do, and that's get a comfortable gap, and hopefully he can win out in this strategy as well.
Yeah. It's quite visible that it's so hard to follow another guy in these open lobbies. This is not an open lobby, but in these online lobbies. It's so difficult to
It
follow.
is extremely hard. You lose so much downforce through the turbulent air that I think Cody's have kind of overkilled the game. I think they've ruined it where you can't follow that much. It's a shame, but
Yeah,
it's supposed to replicate real life.
yeah. Like in Australia, in a few weeks ago, it was horrible. So maybe they
trying to
did their
make a move.
best.
So Lord JB is trying to make a move on Maze. He's 9 tenths of a second behind. So looks like the DRS didn't benefit him. Maze did have DRS, so the Sauber driver having DRS there, so he must have been very close to Lee now, but just a second now separating them. Lee now is 6 tenths of a second behind Humbug. It's getting quite
Uzi's
tasty.
really impressive to me.
Yeah, Uzi is quite a solid driver during the race as well. I think he just needs to polish off his qualifying performance, and he would benefit so much. Lots of battles through the field. We're going to go check on BDS Jade Rios. She's there again. There's a three-way battle between Blood and Sand, Jade Rios and SFR Chopper. So this could get quite tasty. We will stick on board and see what's going to happen. There's Gaming Things also trying to get involved in the battle too. So out of these four drivers, Peter, Blood and Sand, Gaming Things, Jade Rios or Chopper, who do you reckon is going to have the opportunity to make and benefit from this battle?
Yeah, Chopper's just making a move on Racing Pod.
Oh,
Uzi lost it.
Talk about Uzi. Uzi has made a mistake. That's dropped him down to 12th position, and his teammate is right behind him. Gaming Things benefiting, as did Blood and Sand and Jade Rios. That's unfortunate. SFR Chopper and to 7th position. A few corners ago, he was in 10th, so he is on a charge and a decent one of that.
And Blood and Sand is following Jade, who's coming to the pit.
Is that a very early pit stop, or is that on schedule for a 2-stop or even maybe a 3-stop?
I think it's unscheduled. It's unscheduled.
Is
Maybe
that for a 2-stop?
maybe for front wing change, but I don't see any front wing changes. Then, yeah. Well, it's lap 6 now already, so I think we're gonna see drivers coming into the pits around lap 8.
So it just shows you how high the tyre deck is round here. It is like they're racing on sandpaper. If you want to get a backstack and crack wax, go roll around on the Bahrain track and it will do you all sorts of wonders. Looks like Lee now is trying to get closer to Humbug. Humbug had a little bit of a lock-up going into turn 9. He's got Lee now pressure him all the way. Lee now was doing quite well recently, last couple of races.
Remember, Lee is doing a 1-stop, possibly. And to be like 8 seconds away from the leader on a 1-stop, and if he can clear Humbug quickly, then maybe, just maybe, I don't want to jinx anything, but maybe Lee can look out for a win.
If Lee now can do that, would be I think it'd be deserved. A driver that is trying his hardest. Let's just see what happened to Racing Podge.
Yeah, he lost it as well.
The pressure is getting to all the drivers out there. 3.8 seconds is the difference between Noack and Josh Fletcher. Escram 5 seconds stop go penalty speed, and in the pit lane we do not use that assist, and it's quite hard on some tracks to get that car slowed down. We are on board with Gaming Things. Force India driver is behind Blood and Sand. His teammate Jade Rios is currently in 13th position. S. Graham is in the pits. Looks like he's got the soft tyres on now. So he was on the mediums onto the soft. So that's quite an early change from the medium tyres. So maybe S. Graham having a bit of damage there, which resulted in forcing his hand. Go on board.
Lee's really pushing, yeah.
He's chasing down Humbug. Humbug is choosing the defensive line already. He's trying to keep Lee now behind him. Lee now will have the DRS open. He's close now as he breaks into the corner. This is an interesting corner because if you clip any of the curves, it can spin you off. So some of the curves are quite high around Bahrain, but it's not affecting Lee now at all. He's got some pace in him. If he is doing a one-stop race, he's got great speed for a one-stop if he is doing that.
Yeah, he needs to go to like lap 13, 14 if he wants to do the one stop. But I think he can get, yeah, humbug. And Josh is doing the peace pit stop now.
So, do you think that's surprising for Josh to be pitting so early?
Now I think he's doing the undercut, which he needs to do, because yeah, Novak is just
Smelly
quicker
Badger
tonight.
is out of the race. Sorry to interrupt, Peter. Smelly Badger has lost it, and that is the end of his race. Unfortunate for the driver there. So let's see. SFR Lee now is having a battle with Humbug. It's going to get very, very tasty very soon.
You got him.
Look at that. Humbug is trying to come back at Lee now. It's going to be quite interesting. He's going to get the DRS activation as soon as they go through the activation line. There we go. So he's going to try and brake nicely into turn 9. There we go. Straighten it up before putting the power down.
Do you see the two Saubers? P3 and P4.
Yeah, that is very interesting, Maze. And Humbug doing the Saubers proud. And they're still wanting more. They're still trying to chase down SFR Lee now. Lee now has got a lot to do. He's got pace in his locker, but he's got two fast drivers on their attack.
Lee's doing quite a good job. 12 seconds away from Novak. But he can get Josh cleanly this race if Josh is not pushing enough.
So on board with Lord JB 13, he's in 5th place, he's right behind Maze. Maze looks like he's going to be pitting, as does Lord JB, so that's quite an interesting call. Looks like Lord JB made a late decision on that, quite an interesting one. So Humbug is 4/10 of a second behind Lee now. Let's see what he can do. McLaren Honda driver is doing very well, trying to keep this Sauber behind him. So Maze and Lord JB going on the soft tyres, so only a few drivers on the medium tyres. That is Game of Things, Uzi and Honey Badger.
So close.
What was that?
Yeah, Lord JB and Maze, they're so close.
So let's go and see if we can get into this action. There we are, the Hash driver Lord JB is in 10th position, his teammate SFR Chopper is in 4th. There's some good points to be had here. Let's see what Lord JB can do. He's just finished his pits.
Yeah, Josh was really aggressive, but he got his move done, so fair play to him.
So Josh is not waiting around. He needs to know that he's got to put some decent laps in to try and
Josh is in.
Noah.
He's in big trouble now, because he's in the mid pack clearly, and he needs to clear these guys.
Yeah, it looks like Josh could have maybe pitted a little bit too early, unless Noah is going for a one stop, which would be extremely hard starting on 6 off.
He's trying that. He's trying to do the one stop.
There we go. So Noah is trying to do one stop. Set is going to be quite interesting. SFR Josh Fletcher and SFR Chopper going down the main straight. Let's see if Noah's going to get out of the pit lane.
Because you have to react to Lee, who's leading, and if you look at the fact that Josh is it's like 10 seconds away from Lee.
Yeah, that just shows you the time, but he's also gained 1.4 seconds on Noah through the pit stop phase. It was about 3 seconds, and now at 1.5.
Yeah, but remember, Lee and Josh will have to make a pit stop, and that brings us to there is 10 seconds between the two drivers on track. So Josh will have to really work to catch Lee, because even if he overtakes now Novak, then he still has to make a pit stop. So I think Josh is out of contention of winning this race.
So not the best information for all you Josh Fletcher fans. We're on lap 10 out of 29. Let's see if he can get himself back into contention for a decent finishing position, but he may have just pitted a little bit too early. We'll see what Noah can do though, because medium tyres to the end of the race is not going to be easy, but the driver has pace. SFR Lee now currently first, but it is out of sync due to the pit stops. McLaren Honda of SFR Josh Fletcher 131.643 gets the current fastest lap of the race.
Yeah, and it's still a question, yeah. Because it's 19 laps for Novak as well. Can he make it?
It will be extremely tough. I think he will put himself in the window of maybe getting a puncture, which not every driver aims for that. So he's going to have to be careful and maybe try and restrict his aggressive racing.
And remember, he had quite a few punctures in season 1.
Yeah, that is extremely correct, and it just shows you anything can happen. So it just shows that some drivers do eat their tyres a lot quicker than other drivers. That's just through driving skill technique as well. So some drivers have to be careful and compensate for that. SFR Josh Fletcher, McLaren Honda driver, is trying to chase down Noak. There's only 0.8 of a second between them, so Noak is getting chased down quite rapidly. So Josh needs this. He needs to get past Noak, and he needs to get a bit of a lap time. He needs a good 6-7 laps of hammer time.
It won't be easy. It won't be easy passing Novak, and Josh can lose a lot of time. Oh, and Lee is in the pits.
And also Humbug.
But look at Humbug. He's on super soft, so he made 11 laps on super soft. So he'll definitely do the one stop.
Yeah, let's see what tyre he's going on. He's gone onto the mediums. That says SFR Lee now. Game of things is fourth. Look at SFR Josh Fletcher. He is chasing down Noak. Noak is probably not used to this. The driver reeling them in with ease. I know they're on different compounds, but not too much different in the hardness. You got the medium compound and the soft. There's not too much in it. Noak going a little bit wide. There was an early contact between him and Josh. Josh managed to get the move, but Noak is coming back to him. Josh is going to try and keep it slightly behind Noak so he can get the activation for the DRS.
Yeah, he hit him a bit.
Driver presses the button, there he goes, wide open. Let's see if he can get anywhere close to the Mercedes driver. Noak is doing the best he can. He's going to get the 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings for corner cutting.
And Josh is losing time. It's not that important right now, but within 2-3 laps it will be so important.
Yeah, this
to
is
get
not
in front
what
of
Josh needs. He's doing the 2-stop race. He needs to get past him very, very sharpish, and needs to get a good
nice exit.
gap. There we go,
Nice
we'll
exit.
go on board. Honda driver, there you go, DRS wide open button being pressed by the driver. Noak takes his line and chooses it. Goes very defensive very early. Let's see what they can do. Looks like Josh has made the move. We'll just switch camera. Looks Noak's coming back. Noak has defended that move really well. Let's see if Josh can get anywhere close
Now.
to him. Oh, great
Josh.
exit for Josh.
Awesome. You can hold it around the outside though. If you're Novak, you can hold it around the outside, but
He concedes the position there, but it looks like he's got more grip coming out. So a good exit on the corner for Noak after Josh had a great exit on the previous corner to get past Noak.
good battle. Look at Gamey, he's third.
SFR Chopper has pitted and he's on the medium tyres. He's currently 11th. He's in the top 10 now. 12th now for Chopper.
Yeah, but Novak doesn't really have to worry about anyone, because he needs to save those tires. He really just needs to save those tires.
That is true.
Josh will have to do one more stop, and even if I know Josh is pretty quick, sorry, so he's one of the quickest on the grid, but I don't think he can cut 20 seconds. Just
I
like
think that's
basically
a tall order.
Yeah, very tall, even for a driver of his caliber.
So, if you were racing this race, would you be happy being on the 2-stopper when Noak's obviously doing a 1-stop race?
Well, at this moment, I would definitely be Novak, Well, he will have a tough time though, keeping those tires away from a puncture. But if he can do it, then I think he will definitely deserve this race win.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Lee now is in 5th place. He's trying to chase down Lord JB, the Haas driver, doing a decent job. He's currently 4th position. Let's see, Gaming Things is pitting for the soft tyres. So, soft tyres for Gaming Things. He comes out of the pit. Lee now getting past Lord JB. Lee now is really doing a decent job. Let's see if we can go on board with Honey Badger. Honey Badger has got past Jade Rios. Honey Badger, the Williams driver, into 7th position. Had a bad start to the race. He's managing to fix it. Another recovery drive, 3 in a row. He wants to have a clean race.
Yeah, Honey Badger is 7th, but he will need to do another stop for sure. I think
JB is trying to come back at the McLaren driver. Lee now has to be careful and make sure he keeps Lord JB behind him. Lord JB is on the soft tyres, so it looks like he will have to stop again. So he's in the same position as Josh. He needs to get more time. Josh is only 8/10 of a second in front of Noak, so Noak is doing everything he can to keep his hand in control of the race.
Yeah, and what I experienced through my league racing career and through commentating on league races is that if someone can do one less stop, it can really gain him or her at least like 4 or 5 positions.
Yeah, that is like very interesting. I think with the more experience the drivers are getting with the league racing, I think we're going to get more and more movers and shakers from maybe mid-pack up to the top.
Yeah, and the cars are improving as well, and the lap times are improving as well. Because I don't know if that's due to a patch or something like that, but I'm seeing the time trials like drivers are improving after one another patch.
See, it just shows you what can happen. So, well, it's exactly 8/10 of a second now between Noak and Josh Fletcher. He's kind of keeping within range of DRS, so he's going to get the DRS activation when they're going down the start-finish straight. So Josh has got a lot to do. He's going to try and make himself have a gap, but there's 14 laps to go. Lap 15, they're coming to the end of lap 15. He's going to start lap 16 out of 29. A lot to do. Let's go check on Gamey Things. Let's see what's happening to him. He's with his teammate on track. They are running very close together, only 8/10 of a second between them. Racing Podge getting past S. Graham. Racing Podge on the medium tyres, S. Graham on the softs. See what he can do. Lord JB is only 8/10 of a second behind Lee now doing a decent job too. Noak 5/10 of a second between him and Josh. There is a lot of battles going through the field. We will try and show you every single one of them.
Yeah, and this fight if that would be for the lead, for the actual lead of the Grand Prix, this would be so interesting between Josh and Noak.
Yeah, I totally
I'm really
agree
sad. Yeah, I'm really sad to see that Josh has to make another stop.
Oh, look at the Red Bull driver Lone Sand getting very close to SFR Chopper doing a great job. Both actually drivers doing a great job to keep it nice and clean. Just shows you that the league has some very talented drivers.
Yeah, definitely, I have to agree with you.
So
there are more and more talented drivers.
Noak is one of these talented drivers, very talented. He's at 8/10 of a second behind Josh. Josh will have a driver with DRS activated going to attack him. When will Josh pit? He looks like he'll probably pit for the super soft tyres. Do you think that would be the best recommendation?
Yeah, that would be the best, but remember he pitted on like lap 7 or 8, I don't know exactly. But I think he won't have that good of a tire degradation to go for another set of super soft tires, even if he has one more set. Because, so yeah, I think the best option for him is to go for the soft tires.
Okay, so yeah, that is some great advice from Peter. Peter, of course, if you remember season 1. Absolutely tore it up early in the season. 5 poles, 5 wins, and it just looks like maybe some of the quality is rubbed off onto drivers like Josh Fletcher. Don't get me wrong, Josh has put so much work into it and practice, but it's good to race against drivers that are faster than you because you can learn some moves from them, and also it just gives you a bit of encouragement to try and beat them. Racing Podge is trying to get past S. Graham. Red Bull versus Renault, both with the same power unit. Let's see what's going to happen. Red Bull driver is lining him up now. It is very, very close between Racing Podge and S. Graham. Let's see what Podge can do. He goes onto the outside inside of the corner for S. Graham. S. Graham keeps that position. That is very close between the drivers there. Well done.
Yeah, good job between the two.
Go on ball with Humbug. Humbug is chasing down Lord JB. This is going to get very interesting again. They're going down the penultimate straight before the long start finish straight. Humbug is within the 1 second DRS time that goes over the activation point, 8 tenths of a second, so Humbug will get the DRS wide open. Let's see what Lord JB can do. Looks like Lord JB will have to do a pit as well. That's so gamey things on the soft tyres, so drivers on the softs will probably have to stop once again because of the tyre deck.
Now, I think Josh is losing a bit of time due to his tyre degradation, and I won't be surprised if he would come in at the end of this lap.
What lap would he have to pit if he wanted to try and make the super soft tyres work?
22, 21, 22.
Okay, so it will be quite tough for the driver to get there. As you can see, he's losing 2 tenths of a second between himself and Noah in the space of 3 corners. Uzi and SFR Chopper both pitting for the soft tyres, so quite a few pit stops happening. Let's see how many stops there are. So 2 stops for 3 drivers, and that is Jade Rios, Uzi and SFR Chopper. They're the only drivers to make 2 stops, everyone else making the 1 stop. Some interesting strategy calls going on. Humbug is still within that second. He's in that window trying to get past Lord JB, but it's not exactly easy to get past Jack. Jack is one of the very talented drivers that can keep a car behind him if he wants to. It just shows that in races throughout the season.
But now they're coming into the main straight. I think Humbug will get Lord JB.
Look at Lord JB going extremely defensive right against the pit wall, and then he will
Getting
slightly left to get the racing line. Humbug is going to outbrake him. It's going to be very close. Let's see what can do. Lord JB not giving up easy. They're both racing very closely together. Lord JB taking a bit too much curb. Humbug gets the move done, but Lord JB is still right on the back of him.
Honey Badger. Oh, unfortunate, he has a 5-second penalty as well.
Oh, Honey Badger is just not going right for him. One day he will have a brilliant clean race, and we will see exactly what kind of driver we're dealing with. 5 second stop go penalty for S. Graham. Speed in the pit lane. I think that is the second time that he's been penalised for that. Just shows you how tricky it is to get your speed down. Mays, he's on the soft tyres, he's behind Blood and Sand. Let's see if he can make the move. He's got the Sauber in front of the Red Bull. It's going to be very tight. Will Blood and Sand give up too easy? No, he's trying to fight back. Brilliant driving there from both drivers. But it looks like Mays has got the position, and that is 7th place for him. And now he's got to chase down Gaming Things, who's a further 11.3 seconds behind.
Josh is in the pits. I'm pretty interested to see what tyres will he put on.
So Lino is the next car on track. Will he be able to get in front of his teammate? I think there's just a bit too much time between them, so it looks like Josh Fletcher will still stay.
Super soft.
Oh, 2 laps earlier than you've suggested. Do you reckon they can last 9 laps with a high tyre deck?
Yeah, they could last 9 laps because the car is lighter now. And look at Lee. Give one overtake. Josh, yeah. Good teammate.
There we go. Great call there between the teammates to make sure they maximise every chance to get in a race win for the team. So, would you, if you were Noah, would you be tempted to change the tyre now that you see your closest competitor on track is on the super soft tyres and he is no slouch? Josh has got so much time in him.
Yeah. Well, it really depends on on his actual tire wear, because if I'm at around 50 at the moment, then yeah, I would definitely change my tires.
So Nowak has got that to decide on 20.7 seconds between SFR,
What
Josh
would you
Fletcher
do?
and
What
Nowak.
would you do?
At the moment, if Nowak can get a good 3 seconds more, I would pit. If he can't break the 23 seconds, I think he will have to stick with the mediums, but it will be tough because they will be
No,
heavily
he's staying
worn.
out. He's staying out, so yeah, Josh can win it still. If Novak has a puncture.
Maines has slightly dropped off in the race, he's 7th at the moment. Gaming things having a
Yeah,
solid race.
In my opinion, definitely he's the driver of the day.
There we go, so that is quite high praise coming from Peter, which I'm sure Lee will be proud of.
Who would you say to be driver of the day?
Ooh, that is very tough. I would go for either Lord JB or Lee. Yeah, Lee. It's very tough.
Because he's, yeah, they're both pretty good. They have pretty good position on track, and Lord JB is 7th still, just behind Maze.
Pitted for the super soft tyres, so Lord JB will have fresh rubber to attack. Blood and sand on the medium tyres all over the back of Lord JB. Lord JB has to get them tyres up to temp so he'll be able to defend better. We're on lap 21 out of 29. While we have your attention, go to www.facebook.com/SpeedForce Racing PS4. Give us a like, give us a message if you want to get racing with us. So Uzi 6/10 of a second behind Racing Podge. Renault driver chasing down the Red Bull driver. This could get very, very tasty. Both drivers are very excellent at defending. So let's see if Uzi can turn that defending driving into some great overtaking.
So do you see Josh win that race on track?
He's a little too far. I don't think Nowak is the type of competition that will allow you to gain over 18 seconds.
Yeah,
basically.
I agree with you.
Look at this, it's getting very, very close between Racing Podge and Uzi. Racing Podge 2/10 of a second behind him. Oh, he's gone wide there. It allows Uzi a couple of attempts advantage going down the back straight, and he's going to get DRS activation. There we go into the final corner. Uzi trying to get straightened up. Great exit of the corner from both drivers, but Uzi looks like he had a bit of exit, more traction on exit drive, and he gets a great pull away from Racing Podge. Even the DRS, Racing Podge is not going to get anywhere close. Lord JB within a second of Maze now. The Sauber driver is doing a solid job in his only second race with Speedforce Racing. Lord JB joined last season, mid-season, but has done some solid driving as well. Part of the members and one the foundation for the league, because drivers like these what are racing for us do an excellent job in promoting our league and showing that we have some good standards in this league. So great job by all drivers. Lord JB on super soft tyres recently for them, as did his teammate Josh Fletcher. The only two on the super soft, 16.2 seconds. So Josh gained a 1.3 seconds on Nowak in one lap. It is possible. Everything is possible for Josh to try and get close to Nowak, especially come later on in the race when there's a few laps to go. The medium tyres will be screaming to be changed, but it's not going to be happening because it's so close between the time and the pit stop. There will just be too much time.
It's a little bit like 2016 Singapore, Rosberg and Ricciardo.
Yeah, that's so true. Maze looks like Lord JB caught up to Maze, and then Maze kind of maybe suffering a bit lag there, kind of lagged a little bit backwards into Lord JB. Lord JB very close to Maze. Sauber driver still in front of the Haas driver. Haas driver, oh, look at that. That is very, very worrying when the driver has lag. You just don't know where they're going to be, and it's very tough to race against.
Yeah, it's pretty unfortunate to have lag, because all of the drivers are tested.
Oh, look at that!
Yeah,
The
that's just
Sauber gone over the Haas.
way to overtake.
There we go. It just shows you that Codemasters are doing extra special surprises. You get leaping cars now. Look at that! Look at that rubber inside rubber. This is bizarre.
Yeah, it's something to commentate on, I believe.
And they accuse Haas of being a Ferrari twin car, when in fact it looks like they're Siamese twins with the Saubers, because they are not getting apart from each other. A lot of oversteer there for Lord JB. Josh Fletcher's 14 seconds behind Noah, and there is only just over 5 laps to go. But look at SFR Lee now. Third position, Peter, you called that he would get a podium.
Yeah, I really thought he can win the race, but unfortunately I think he came in a little bit too early. But absolutely amazing job for him. I really expected Techno to be in third place, but Techno, yeah, unfortunately he couldn't even start the race.
There's technical problems keeping Techno out of the battle to try and get some points, but Noak is doing everything he can to get the race win. 13.2 between Josh Fletcher and Noah. Lee now is one of the drivers of the day currently, because of just the excellent drive he's doing and the consistency, and he's only third place, and he needs to try and get some time and try and reel in Josh Fletcher, but there's only 5 laps to go, so it's going to be very, very tough indeed.
I think, I think Noah might not be able to hold on. Not because Josh is coming that quickly, because I think that 13 second gap will hold on, but Novak's tires are not in their best shape, even though he set his fastest first sector time.
So we'll go on board with Noah. Peter, would you like to commentate until he gets around to the start finish straight?
Yeah, so he's coming around the cheeky corner number 9 and going down the back straight. It's a pretty hard braking zone. About to brake here, yeah. And then uphill left-hander, uphill right-hander, full throttle. Another downhill braking zone, which is a right-hander. You need to get a good acceleration. You don't want to hit the curves on the left side, because it will slow you down. Then you're gonna brake around the 100-meter board, 4-gear corner, and that's the start for his straight.
There we go, some great insight there from Peter. So Noak is 12 seconds in front of Josh Fletcher. Josh is doing everything he can, but I just think it's just a little bit too late. Maybe just strategy wasn't the best call for Josh, but we'll find out if positions are kept. Is it interesting that maybe Humboldt is out of the top 3? He has got so much pace to him.
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
Just saying, Humbug, are you surprised that he's not in top 3 position at the moment?
Yeah, he was in P3 and I was pretty happy with him, so I don't know what happened. It's 4 seconds, so it's possible for him to catch Lee, but I think Lee has just the pace over him tonight. Yeah,
Lee has definitely got his self together today, and he's making another excellent charge. So again, like last week, he's currently in 3rd position. If he gets another 3rd position, that would be great for his confidence going into the other races, considering we've got Russia next week, which is a tough race as well, especially for track limits.
Russia is absolutely horrible on track limits, and also it's well, for me as a driver, it's really not an exciting track to race on, unfortunately, but yeah, it can give you exciting races.
It's everything to play for in a track like Russia, because track limits are a little bit silly around that track, but
Yeah.
you can see why they try and do it. But let's see what the Hash driver of Chopper can do. He's all over the back of Red Bull Racing Podge. Racing Podge in 10th, he's gone wide, looks like a better exit for Chopper. They go very close together, they go around turn 9, downhill brake, see what we're going to look at that. The Red Bull driver forcing his way through there, and he's allowed the Hash driver to get through, so great respect to
Fair
the drivers.
racing, yeah, that's fair racing. And Gamey's in the pits. What happened? He was running in P5.
What's happening there in red tyres. Super soft, very late.
Honey Badger. So Honey Badger was last for like 10 laps, and then he's 6th. 6th.
Crazy. The race has thrown up different results. I don't think anyone would have predicted what we got running at the moment. 1.3 seconds. He can't reduce that gap quick enough. It's unfortunate, but what a drive by him. He's done excellent. As does Noah, controlling the race, doing brilliantly. But we're going to go back to Racing Pod, 6 tenths of a second behind the car he's trying to chase down. So he's still trying to chase down Chopper. Chopper doing a great job as well. Just shows you these drivers do have to. It's not all about overtaking. You've got to learn to defend. Is it harder to defend than to attack?
Well, if I could choose...
Oh, he's made a mistake. Chopper's gone extremely wide. Sorry about that, Peter. As Racing Podge gets the position.
So yeah, if I could choose, then I would select. Oh, Jay just made a mistake in the same corner as the Chopper. So if I could choose, yeah, I would choose attacking.
Attacking's more tough.
I would say, if you're attacking someone, you have the mental advantage.
Okay. Why is that?
I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but if I'm attacking someone, then I know I have the pace over the guy I'm attacking, because I am attacking him, and that gives me confidence. While on the other side, then if you have to defend from someone, then it means you are a bit slower, or a lot slower, and that can take away your confidence.
Super soft tyres are working for Gamey Things. He's into 7th position, a very late stop at the last lap of the race. He pitted. We're on the last lap of the race for everyone now. Noah is starting it.
Will he get a puncture or not?
I think it's going to be very close. I probably wouldn't like it to end on a puncture, but you never know.
Yeah.
So would you like to talk us through the last lap, Peter, for Noah?
Yeah, Nowak is still on the verge of winning this race and losing this race. We don't even know what will happen, because he's running out those tires for 19 laps, which is absolutely a lot. But so far he's done absolutely amazing. If he wins this race, this will be 2 out of 2 when he's racing. So yeah, and he just controlled the race so far. And it's the penultimate corner now, so I think even if he gets a puncture, he will win home from here. And yeah, just big congratulations for him. He held on and made an absolutely fantastic strategy call.
Yeah, no, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. He's going past the start-finish line, and that's it. Race win for Noah. Josh did everything he could. He tried his hardest, but second place is still a great result.
He's happy. He's pretty happy with it. But Lee
is also coming through. Great drive again. A second, third place in a row for Lee Nell. Is this some kind of a little show of strength to his teammates, saying, you know what, I'm in the battle as well. I can do what you can do.
Yeah, and Lee is battling with Humbug for P3 or P4 in the championship, and because of Techno's DNF, then Lee's 3 points away from Techno.
So it's not going the way of the current champion, so it's quite interesting. He's going to have a little think about how he can try and turn his luck around. Gaming Things, Force India driver in 7th position. Lord JB was running high in the race. He finished
and also
14th.
Also, Honey Badger could be in the talking of driver of the day between the drivers, because he managed to come back to P6 again from basically last and basically a lost race.
As we wait for Aspheric to finish the race, last driver to cross the line. So Peter, how did you find the race?
It was entertaining, and we had battles throughout the whole race, and I would give a strong 8 out of 10.
There you go, that's quite high praise from Peter, an 8 out of 10, brilliant. Just shows you the drivers are just improving every little race, every little manoeuvre, they try their hardest, and it just shows with the quality. So we'll go through the race rundown. This is this is classification, but it's subject to change because there could be some complaints going into stewards, etc. Noak first, Josh is second, Lee third, Humbug 4th, Maze 5th, 6th, Honey Badger 7th, Gaming Things 8th, Blood and Sand, Uzi 9th, 10th, Chopper, Racing Podge 11th, J 12th, 13th, S Graham, 14th is Lord JB, Aspheric is 15th, and the Williams is 16th, and I don't know who the driver is because I forgot.
Smelly Badger.
There we go, Smelly Badger, thank you for that. So if you can invite the top 3 into the chat party. Oh, brilliant, here we go. So we're joined by the race winner Noah. We'll just wait for the other 2 drivers. So ladies and gentlemen, go to www.instagram.com/SpeedForceRacingPS4. Also www.facebook.com/SpeedForceRacingPS4. Give us a like, look at the page, put your name down to race. It's not too early to even put your name down for next season when the new game comes out, which I think a lot of people are looking forward to. So as we await the drivers, taking a long time is Josh and Lee. We will actually go straight to the questions. We'll interview our race winner. So Noak gets another race win in Speed Force Racing. How was that race for you, Noak? Noak, are you there?
Can you hear me?
We can hear you now, yeah. So how was that race for you, Noak?
Thank you. I think the race was very good. I think, I didn't even expect, really to win the race, because I thought it would have been more of a damage limitation race, because I haven't raced in a couple of days. But I think overall it was a successful race. Qualifying went pretty well. I kind of bottled my first run. I went wide in turn 1, but I still got it hooked up together. Then my second run was pretty solid, which secured me the pole lap, obviously. And then in the race, I obviously planned the 1 stop, so I thought it was crucial to keep Josh behind me at the beginning. I didn't know what strategy was on. It turned out it was on the 2 stop, which was quite risky for me because I had to be very cautious with my tires.
Did you ever consider changing from 1 stop to a 2 stop once Josh pitted?
And no, not really, because as soon as I was on the medium tires, I thought it was pointless to pit again, because I pitted very late, and it wouldn't have made sense to go 9 laps on the mediums and then pit it onto another tire. So
yeah, we got you. Josh, great race again, 2nd position. Is there anything you could have done any differently to try and catch Noak in the race?
I probably could have gone for the 1 stop, that might have helped me, but nothing really, to be honest. He was just quicker today, so yeah, I'm happy with 2nd though, and happy that Lee got 3rd as well.
Does it help that Techno Thriller has had technical issues and couldn't race, so that benefits both of both drivers?
Yeah, it's a bit of a shame. I mean, I want him to be battling up there with us, but yeah, it did benefit me, obviously, but yeah.
So it's also going great. We spoke to you before the race regarding constructors, and with Lee, not sure if you can join us tonight, but with Lee getting another third position, it just shows you that you've got a strong foundation for a great team pairing.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. We're doing well, just got to keep it going now.
Yeah, that's it. Consistency will get you another title. We'll go to Peter. Peter, do you have any questions for the top two?
Yeah, first of all, congratulations, guys. Awesome race. It was pretty entertaining, and yeah, this question is for both of you. So, how did you find your race?
I start?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. No, I think I don't know. My race was actually pretty exhausting. I mean, the one stop is quite difficult around this track. It turns out, because most of the sector 2 I was always running in lean, and even in sector 3 partly because it's so difficult to like watch your rear tires on this track. But I mean, I just barely made it with like 74% on the rear tires, which is quite risky, but obviously was the winning strategy, so I'm quite happy.
Yeah, good job. Josh?
Yeah, my race went to plan. I've done everything I can. I couldn't do any more, but yeah, happy with second and just move on to next week.
Yeah, Russia is next week. How are you guys planning on attacking that? We'll go with you, Josh, first.
Not really sure yet. I haven't done much practice.
The track limits are very tight around there, as we experienced
are,
last season. So that could be quite an important thing going into next week's race.
Yeah, that could open it up. The time penalties could play a massive part next week. Yeah.
How about you, Noah? How are you going to approach next week's race?
No, I don't think there's much to add to Josh. I mean, yeah, time penalties play a big role there, and strategy I'm not sure yet, so I'll have to figure it out. Okay,
thank you, gents, for your time in explaining your race. Great job, first and second. We will get Lee Nell's fault and probably post them on the Facebook page later on. So, gents, you are free to leave, and thank you for the entertaining race, and congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations. Goodbye.
Bye. So, there we go, Peter. Great race. A lot to think about for Techno, about the technical difficulties. It's still early in the season, so anything can happen, of course, but this is not what the defending champion needs.
Yeah, so unfortunate for him. But what I expect from him is to step up big in Russia. He was so quick last year in Russia. So I expect him to get onto the podium, maybe win the race as well, because he definitely needs an absolutely good result to get back into the championship.
Yeah, I totally agree. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be the end of our stream for tonight. I'd like to thank Peter for helping me out tonight. It's always a pleasure, Peter. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, as always.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for watching us on the stream. We've got all our old race videos available on our YouTube channel, so give them a watch and a like. If you want to get involved, go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/SpeedForce Racing PS4 gives the message. So that is, ladies and gentlemen, that is round 3 of the Premier Division for Speed Force Racing, won by Noak, second for Josh, third for Lee Nell. Good night, everyone.
Good night.